guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Danielle. I post like mom vlogs, cleaning motivation, shopping with me, basically anything mom and like family life. I wanted to first of all say Happy New Year, everyone. I haven't posted in a while, and you guys might be wondering like where I've been, and I have a very good explanation. Um, Well, I wanted to wait a while to say this because I know people were celebrating the new year, and I wanted everybody to get settled into their new year. Everybody has like new goals and just a lot of good things going for themselves. And what I'm about to share, I didn't want to like rain on anybody's parade or anything. Um, but not the last video I did. I think it was like a few videos ago I did. Um, I shared like my first pregnancy vlog. I even showed like my first appointment, which showed like the little baby and the heartbeat. But unfortunately, on December 31st, it was New Year's Eve. I went for my routine prenatal checkup, and the doctor did the ultrasound and could not find the baby's heartbeat. And I was told that it looked like I was going through a miscarriage. So she sent me down to radiology, just to double check. And radiology sent the results back to her, and it was confirmed that I was going through a miscarriage. Now it was weird because I wasn't having any like bleeding or anything like that. For some reason, like my intuition was telling me that something was wrong. Now this was before the appointment, and I remember telling my husband, I was like, something's not right. And I don't know why, it came in my head. The idea just came in my head that something wasn't right. And he told me not to worry about it, and everything was gonna be okay. And then found out I was actually right. But the day before finding out, we had traded my other car in for a van because the car I had wasn't gonna fit all of us and the expected new baby. So my husband and we got my dream van, which is the like Chrysler Pacifica, and I absolutely love it. But the next day we found out the news, and it was hard. It was very hard. I cried a lot, and I still didn't have any like miscarriage symptoms until about about a few days after I started. Okay, now what I'm about to share is about to be TMI, so if you're sensitive to this kind of subject, or just you might not be interested, then just go ahead and leave the video. But yeah, I started like spotting a little bit, and I was spotting for about 4 days, and then I remember I started like really like it went from brown spotting to like red spotting for like a week. And then I remember it was a Monday. I remember my doctor telling me that if I started soaking more through one pad every, I think it was 2 hours or something, then go to the ER. And one morning, it was a Monday morning, I remember it was a week after finding out that I was going through a miscarriage. And it's called a missed miscarriage, where you don't know that you're going through one until your doctor, like you go in to see your doctor and your doctor can't find the heartbeat or the baby. So um, yeah, it was like what? Okay, so fast forward, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was bleeding, and I passed a clot. Now I was concerned a little bit because the clot was like the size, about this size, about half of my palm, and I was like, whoa, that's weird. Um, so it was about an hour went by. I had to go to the bathroom again, and this time, the clot was like the size of my hand. Now I'm 5'8", so my hands are like kind of big, kind of tall, but I feel like I'm saying a lot again. Uh, yeah, I passed a clot the size of my hand, and I had to change my pad again. It wasn't even like 2 hours later. It was like an hour later. And I told my husband, because I remember my husband, he had to leave really early in the morning to give somebody a ride to the airport. So I text my husband. I was like, if this happens again, then I need to go to the ER. And then maybe not even an hour later, I had to go back to the bathroom and change my pad. And I passed big clot again, like the size of my hand. So I remember calling the nurse, and she told me, I forgot what she told me, but I started feeling lightheaded, and I was like, I'm going to the ER. So my husband, we had my bonus daughter watch her younger siblings while he takes me to the ER. And while I was at the ER, it was so scary, y'all. I was passing like big clots. I mean, the doctor couldn't even examine me because I was bleeding so much. So they were thinking I had to get a D&C. I had to have like 3 ultrasounds and pelvic exams. And y'all, I was about to pass out in that ER. I'm not even joking. Like, I remember I was trying to go to the restroom, and I started feeling like the sound and stuff around me started going out. And I started feeling like really lightheaded, and my heart was like beating fast, and I started feeling like cold and clammy. Y'all, it was so scary. I told my husband to go and get the nurse, and I was inside the bathroom, and I was sitting down on the toilet, and the nurse said that, I was like in the right place if something happened. But I'm not trying to think about that, y'all. I want to be okay. I don't want to pass out in here. So she was like, but we need to get you back to the bed and hook you up to the monitor. And so they hooked me up to an IV, gave me fluids and stuff, checked my blood pressure and everything. Blood pressure was okay. They ran a whole bunch of blood tests. My blood count was low, obviously. I mean, not low, but I think it was like dropping or something like that. But at the end of it all, I didn't have to have a blood transfusion. Praise God. I didn't have to have a D&C because by the time, well, the ER doctor, he wanted to have the OB come down and examine me and everything. But by the time the OB came down, everything had passed. So by the time he got there, my bleeding had like almost stopped. And it was so weird because I was, y'all, those little pads that they put under you, like they put on the bed, and they look like little puppy pads. I was soaking through those. That's how like bad I was bleeding. So anyway, yeah, he comes down, does the exam, and I remember like on the other ultrasounds that they did, there was like 2 sacs. Now, I don't know if it was twins or not, but I know when you see 2 sacs, I don't know, but there was 2 sacs, okay? There was 2 sacs on the ultrasound. Now, when the OB did it, like after I bled and all the clots and everything then passed through, when he did his ultrasound, there was nothing there. So they determined that I passed the baby and the tissues and everything while I was there. So I didn't have to get a D&C done. Praise God. Because I was so scared to have one. But yeah, and then after that, they discharged me. I was able to go home that day. And I remember feeling like so drained, like I just had a baby. That's how it felt. Like I just had a baby. And yeah, I was feeling so drained and I was tired and it was awful. And oh, rewind a little bit to my prenatal appointment. The doctor, she told me, like, she gave me a few options. Like, I can have the DNC, which is like an abortion. Another option was she can like prescribe some medication and it'll make you pass the tissues and everything. Or three, just wait for it to pass naturally. And so that's what I did. I waited for everything to happen naturally. I don't know if I could handle that again because it was very traumatic. Because at first everything was kind of normal with with the miscarriage and everything until I started having complications that one day. And then after that, when I went home, like I bled again. I mean, I was not again, but I was bleeding for the rest of the week. And um, yeah, I was bleeding for the rest of the week. And I was like on bed rest because I was lightheaded and it was horrible. And I was crying like every day, sometimes a few times a day. I really wasn't myself for a while. Like some days when I would feel I was back to my normal self, I would break down like 5 minutes later and I'd just be crying because um, I wasn't asking like, why did it have to happen to me? It was painful losing a child. Like, you know, going to the doctor one day, seeing your baby and hearing the heartbeat for the first time, and then going to your next appointment and the baby is not there and you don't hear a heartbeat, and then losing your baby. It was very traumatic and very sad, and it gave me a love for women um, who has lost children through miscarriage or had a stillborn. It's it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter what stage of your pregnancy or after your baby is born. It doesn't matter what stage you're in. It was your baby, and I have a love and a sense of empathy for women who have gone through that not only once but multiple times, or even women who have fertility complications, issues. I'm not really sure what the term is, but it it's given me of like what to say to someone or what to do. And I noticed what helped me was being home with family, um, taking it slow, definitely, trying to do what I normally do on days where I had like even just a little bit of energy to get out of bed and try and do something like around the house or whatever. My husband was definitely there by my side. Um, I'm trying to think what else. Um, I didn't so much like want anything like materialistically. I did want to be surrounded by family and friends. I just wanted to be with family and friends. Like when someone asked me, "Oh, if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know." I'm like, well, I do want some company, and company was really all I wanted and needed. And I thank those who did make the time and like come and see me. And I know there's some other people who didn't have the time, but they did want to come visit. Um, they expressed that to me, and I know they were sincere. But yeah, that's what definitely helped me, being around family and friends, trying to um, take it easy, take it slow. Don't try and rush and like try and forget about it and put what you went through on the back burner. Give yourself time to grieve. And then when you start slowly feeling better, kind of go back into your normal routine of things. Now that I'm back to my normal self, um, when I say like normal self, I'm not crying anymore when I say that I lost the baby. Um, I'm able to get up and go out without feeling like I'm going to faint. Oh, I did. Okay, so after a week, I forgot to add. Sorry, y'all. I forgot to add, like, a week after the first time I was in the ER, I had to go back because I wasn't feeling well. Okay, so I go back and they do blood tests again, and I lost, like, my blood counts were low. I think my iron was low. Blood count, I'm not sure if that's the same thing. Blood count, iron, I don't know. But the doctor has me on iron that I have to take like twice a day. My sleeping isn't really back to normal because I've been having like a lot on my mind. Not so much like bad stuff, but just stuff that I want to do, and I'm like anxious. When I start thinking a lot about stuff, my anxiety kicks in because I can't wait. I'm feeling anxious and I want to do things like now. But anyways, now that I'm feeling normal, I'm going to be going back to posting videos and motivation, mom vlogs, just personal blogs, I guess. I mean, not blogs, vlogs. uh, Back to pursing. Can I talk? Jesus. Okay. Again. Okay. Now that I'm back to normal, I am going to be going back to did I say that? Oh my gosh. And I think I gotta edit all of this, man. I forgot what I was saying. Go back to posting. Yes. My cleaning motivation, my mom vlogs, my shop with me's. You know what? I think I've been out changing that from shopping with me to showing my grocery hauls and like mail pay. I don't know. I might switch it up a little bit on y'all. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah. I've been feeling like really goofy today, y'all. Well, I'm kind of a goofy person, but I don't know how to transfer it on my, like, show it on camera. But my husband, he gets a lot of my goofy and silly side. So yeah, this will conclude today's video. I will see y'all next time. Peace.